Hello everyone, welcome back to another travel episode. So today is 14th of May 2026 and now the local time is 12 a.m. in the morning. That means it's midnight actually. So this is the very first tour that we are going that much early and now we are waiting for our flight at Lounge in Hamad International Airport, Dover. So I'm so excited because today we are flying to Shanghai, China. I have been waiting for this tour for months and I was dreaming one day to go to China and today is the day. So I'm really excited. Yeah, so stay tuned. See you guys back from China. So as I mentioned earlier, before the flight we went to the Al-Mahal Lounge at Hamad International Airport. Since we had some time before boarding, we decided to relax there for a while. The lounge was really quiet and comfortable. Now I'm showing you the Al-Mahal Lounge at Hamad International Airport. This lounge can be accessed by Priority Pass members, Diners Club card members, Dragon Pass members and some eligible airline membership holders. You also can buy lounge access separately before your flight. In the lounge there was actually a full buffet setup. So many food options from warm dishes to light snacks. We tried a bit of everything and there were fresh buns, pastries which were really good. And they also had proper tea, coffee station. So we just had some coffee and grabbed a few snacks. Everything was really fresh. Before boarding, we just walked around and looked around the shops and enjoyed the atmosphere before the flight. It actually felt relaxing before such a long journey. I have actually shown you the beauty of Hamad International Airport before in my previous vlogs, but this time it felt a bit different. Look at the orchard at night. It looks so beautiful with all the lights. This is the first time I'm filming the orchard at night and it honestly looks even more beautiful like this. The whole place feels so calm and peaceful, like a little indoor forest inside the airport. While you are watching the beauty at Hamad International Airport at night, let me quickly explain the Chinese visa process. As Sri Lankan passport holders, we do need a visa to enter China. First, you have to apply online through the official Chinese visa application system and fill out the application form. Then you have to book an appointment at the Chinese embassy or visa application center. After that, you have to prepare your documents. Usually, you need your passport, completed application form, passport size photos, flight bookings, hotel booking and your travel itinerary. You also need an employment related documents like your employment letter, salary statements and a visa request letter from your company. One important thing is the bank statements, usually for the last 6 months. For a short trip like 7 days, what matters is showing a stable bank balance over time. In our case, we had to maintain around 20 lakhs in our account for me and my husband consistently over 6 months statement period. Another important requirement is the invitation letter. As Sri Lankans, we also needed an invitation letter from a Chinese tour agent or someone based in China. After preparing all the documents, you have to submit application online and upload the required documents. Then you have to download the application form, take a printout and visit the Chinese embassy or visa application center to hand over all the hard copies in person. After that, you have to wait few working days for the processing, and once the visa get approved, the Chinese visa sticker will be stamped inside your passport. So that's the visa process, and finally we are boarding to our aircraft, and as always we are flying with our favorite airline, Qatar Airways. From the airline we have got an amenity kit. It had a toothbrush, a sleeping mask and some socks inside. Pretty useful for a long flight like this. Small things like this actually make the journey more comfortable. After that, we got a nice dinner on the flight. It was really good and satisfying, and there was even a blueberry cheesecake, which is my absolute favorite. After the dinner, I just relaxed and watched some movies. The flight felt calm and the time passed quite quickly. As it was a long flight, the total flying time was around 8 hours, so we actually got 2 meals on board from Qatar Airways. Right now we are having our breakfast in the morning and it was really good. It honestly made the flight feel a lot better and more comfortable. And after 8 hours of flying, we are finally getting closer to Shanghai. Now we have landed at Pudong International Airport in China, Shanghai, also known as PVG. At immigration, you usually need to fill out an arrival card, but we already did it in online before coming to China using Alipay app. I will explain that app later in the vlog. Since we completed it online, the process here was really smooth. After completing the arrival card, you have to go to the machines installed all around the arrival area. You just scan your fingerprints there, and that's it. Super quick and super easy. Honestly, if you fill the arrival card online before coming, everything becomes so much faster and stress-free. From here, we are heading to our hotel, but instead of taking a normal taxi, we decided to do something a bit different today. We are going to try the Maglev train. This is the China's high-speed bullet train, and honestly, it's something we have never experienced before in our life. So we thought, why not to make this journey a little more exciting? So now we are heading to try to the high-speed train for the very first time in our life. Let's see how it feels. To get the Maglev tickets, you can use the ticket machines inside the airport, and the best thing is the Maglev station is directly connected to the airport, so it's super convenient after arriving. As you can see, now we are boarding into the train. We were really excited for this experience because this is our first time ever trying a high-speed bullet train. So let's see how fast this actually goes. Look at that, the speed goes over 300 kilometers per hour, which honestly sounds unreal. But the crazy part is inside the train, it feels so smooth and stable. It doesn't even feel like you are traveling at that speed. Everything was quiet and comfortable during the ride. And can you believe that it only takes around 8 minutes to reach the destination? That's honestly insane, right? This was definitely one of the coolest experiences after arriving in China. So finally now we have checked at our hotel in Shanghai, and while giving you a quick room tour, let me explain some important apps you should install before coming to China. The first app is Alipay app. Honestly, this is probably the most important app to have in China because almost everything here is cashless. You can connect your bank cards to Alipay and then simply tap or scan to pay everywhere. Most places don't even use cash anymore. The next step is WeChat. People in China use WeChat for literally everything. You can also connect your bank cards there and use it for payments as well. Most shops, restaurants, even small stores accept Alipay and WeChat for payments. Another useful app is a map for navigation. Google Map doesn't really work properly in China, so a map is much more accurate here. Even Apple Maps works better than Google Maps in China. And one more important thing, you definitely need a good VPN. A lot of social media apps are restricted in China. So without a VPN, apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, TikTok may not work properly. You can either install a VPN or get an eSIM that already includes VPN access. So these are some of the main apps I would recommend installing before traveling to China. Let's move to the travel itinerary of this vlog. The first place we visited in Shanghai was the North Bund area. The skyline here looks absolutely unreal. There are huge skyscrapers everywhere. From here, you can clearly see some of Shanghai's most famous buildings. That tower with the pink spires is the Oriental Pearl Tower, which is one of the most iconic landmarks in Shanghai. And right next to it, you can also see the Shanghai Tower, the tallest building in China and one of the tallest buildings in the world. You can also see the Shanghai World Financial Center and many other futuristic skyscrapers standing across the skyline. And the next stop on our Shanghai itinerary is Yuan Garden, also known as Yu Garden. This place feels completely different from the modern side of Shanghai. Yu Garden is actually a very famous classical Chinese garden that was built during the Ming Dynasty hundreds of years ago. So the moment you walk in, it feels like stepping into ancient China. There are traditional Chinese buildings, small bridges, lanterns, ponds, and beautiful old style architecture everywhere. The daytime the ticket price was around 40 RMB per person when we visited. The most magical part is the transformation at night. When the lights and lanterns turn on, the whole area looks completely different. Everything becomes so bright, colorful, and cinematic. It honestly feels like walking inside a Chinese historic drama scene. The contrast between modern Shanghai and places like Yugarden is what makes this city so special. The lights, the lanterns, traditional buildings, and the crowd together make the whole place feel so cinematic. But one thing you should definitely remember before visiting Shanghai, try to avoid national holidays and major Chinese holidays if possible because the crowd here gets insane during those days. Especially around places like Yu Garden, it becomes extremely packed at night. In China, the local currency is the yuan, also known as RMB, and almost everywhere we went, payments were made easily through the Alipay app. And don't forget to explore the U Garden Night Bazaar, which is right outside the U Garden. This area becomes super lively, especially in the evening. You can find so many street food stalls, souvenir shops, traditional snacks, tea shops, and little local stores everywhere. Now let me explain about one of the most special experiences we had in Shanghai. At U Garden, you can actually dress up in Hanfu, which is a traditional Chinese outfit. There are many Hanfu studios around the area where you can choose different packages depending on what you want. Some packages include only the costume, while others include the makeup, hairstyle, and even a professional photo shoot. As you can see in the video, I chose a package that included the premium Hanfu costume, makeup, hairstyle, and also a photographer. The Hanfu makeup and hairstyle package cost me around 358 yuan, and the photographer package was around 200 yuan. So altogether it cost around 558 yuan in total. The whole process was so smooth and well organized from the beginning. The staff were really helpful, and the makeup looked beautiful, and the hairstyle matched the whole traditional look perfectly. And my photographer was also super sweet and flexible during the shoot. I got female photographer and she made the whole photo shoot experience feel so easy and comfortable. If you want to check out the pictures from my Hanfu photo shoot, you can also visit my Instagram or Facebook pages by searching Tilini Lekamge. If you want to contact my Hanfu studio, I will put their details in the description box below. Now I'm showing you our taxi experience in Shanghai. To book taxis in China, you can use the Didi app, which is basically the main taxi app here. This time we booked a premium taxi. The car was so comfortable, it even came with complimentary water bottles inside. And the coolest part was the fully open sunroof. So while traveling through the city, you could literally look up and watch the sky and also the skyscrapers around you. China seriously feels like they are living in the future. The technology inside this modern vehicle is just on another level. Everything feels smart, smooth, and super advanced. The next stop of our tour was the famous Shanghai Towers. The building is honestly one of the most impressive things to see in Shanghai. Shanghai Tower is the tallest building in China and also one of the tallest buildings in the entire world. It stands at around 632 meters tall with 128 floors above ground. It is currently the third tallest building in the world. The design is very futuristic with twisting glass structure that stands out among all the surrounding skyscrapers. Inside the tower, the observation deck is located on the 118th floor. From there, you can get a full panoramic view of Shanghai city. From the observation deck, you get a full panoramic view of Shanghai. You can clearly see the Pudong River and the city divided on both sides. One side is the modern skyline of Pudong with the Oriental Pearl Tower, Shanghai World Financial Center, and the other skyscrapers. On the other side, you can see the historic Bund area with all the colonial style buildings. When we exit from Shanghai Tower, there is a souvenir center. You can find lots of souvenirs there. It's a nice place to pick up something up as a memory of the visit before leaving. Now we are at the Bund in the evening, and as you can see, the crowd here is absolutely insane. Around 7 p.m., the city lights start turning on and everything slowly transforms. The whole skyline starts glowing, and the reflection on the river makes it look even more magical. On the one side, you have the historic building along the Bund. These are colonial era buildings with European style architecture representing all Shanghai. And then right across the river, you can see the futuristic skyline of the Pudong light up the night with the Oriental Pearl Tower and all the skyscrapers shining together. The view feels unreal. This contrast between old Shanghai and the modern Shanghai is what makes this place so special. When the lights are on, it truly feels like the city comes alive. If you are visiting Shanghai, don't miss the light show at the Bund at night. Around 7 p.m., the whole skyline lights up and the river waves become completely magical. The next stop is Jin'an Temple, right in the middle of modern Shanghai. This place feels completely different. Jin'an Temple is one of the most famous Buddhist temple in the city, with a history going back over thousands years. The golden roof, traditional architecture, and the incense make the atmosphere very peaceful and spiritual. Outside, you have busy roads and skyscrapers, but once you step inside, everything feels calm and quiet. For your convenience, I have also created a blog with all the details about our China tour. You can find the blog in the description box below, so make sure to click it out for more information. The next stop is Thousand Trees. The building is designed with thousands of trees placed across its structure, almost like a vertical mountain covered in greenery. It gives the feeling of modern forest rising in the middle of the city. Inside there is a shopping mall with lots of stores, cafes and restaurants to explore. So now come with me as we go inside and check out the mall. Inside the Thousand Trees Mall, you can find fashion shops, lifestyle brands, cafes, dessert places, and lots of international stores as well. The whole mall feels very modern and well designed with open spaces and unique architecture everywhere. And one thing I noticed in almost every shopping mall in Shanghai, there are cleaning robots moving around and maintaining the floors. It looks so futuristic and advanced. Everything feels super automated and very high tech here in China. So from here I'm going to end this vlog for now because this video is getting a bit too long. This is just the first vlog from Shanghai and there's so much more coming. Next I will be taking you through a full day at Shanghai Disneyland, which was an amazing experience, and I will be sharing more vlogs about shopping, food and many more. So stay tuned for more contents from this tour. Hope you enjoyed today's vlog in Shanghai. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.